YouTube, man. What's going on? It's LNH back with another vid, man. I gotta be honest to you, man. They lied to you about Kyree Walker once again because some new footage and some new information has just hit. And I gotta be honest, I am super surprised about this entire situation and what recently just happened with Kyree. But if you guys do not know, man, Kyree Walker actually just officially signed with the Wizards. So let's break it down, get right to it. And if you do like these type of updates, man, like the video, but let's check it out. Now, Kyree Walker, of course, has had honestly one of the longest journeys to get to the NBA. In my opinion, it almost seems like there is something out to get him and not make him and allow him to get to the league, but this is finally some good news and a step closer for him to actually make it. Now, a tweet was actually put out by Jordan Schultz, who is an NBA reporter. You guys know this dude by now, very credible source on Twitter, and he actually said this. Source: Kyree Walker is signed with the Wizards G League team based on performance. Walker will have the opportunity to earn a two-way deal. Now, did you guys hear that? Based on performance? Man, I gotta say, that's super interesting because, man, a lot of people were doubting even if Kyree Walker was going to be able to dominate at the next level. And I for sure had my doubts, no question. But when we take a look at it, if he was doing this based on performance, he must have improved a ton from the last time we've seen him, which was technically back his junior year in high school to now. Think about all the time has gone by. A lot of people were even speculating that he was never going to make the NBA, and the fact that he actually made it this far was super interesting. Now, you guys know his story by now. He actually ended up not playing his senior year of high school, and prior to that, he was one of the top ranked players in the country, playing the Jalen Greens, the Cade Cunninghams, even went up against Zion Williamson and got buckets there. So really, it looked like he was going to be solid moving forward, probably even going to college. But of course, you guys know he did not take that route, ended up not playing his senior year and then going to a training facility, training for a while. And then, of course, he put his name in the draft. And you guys know he did not get signed, but ended up going and playing, was supposed to play in the summer league. And of course, something was spreading around. He did not end up going to play in the summer league and was, of course, not able to actually hoop and show what he's improved on all this time. But after all that being said, I'm sure he's had some workouts with the Wizards. You guys know we saw him in the gym, and a lot of people even thought he was officially cut from the squad because a roster was actually posted that didn't have his name on the team. Now, of course, this was the farthest thing from the truth, and I even made a video previously about it because Kyree Walker actually went on Instagram and said he was going to be playing in the summer league, and now these sources actually confirm his entire story, which I gotta be honest here, a lot of people poke at things that he says and for sure did not believe this report and him even saying that he was going to be playing. But after us getting this tweet, I think it just confirms all our suspicions about if Kyree Walker is actually going to be hooping or not. And I gotta be honest, he continues to prove a ton of people wrong. Now, of course, I definitely had my doubts in his game and his ability to play at the next level because he hasn't been playing against probably these pros or really any type of footage that we've seen, but he is clearly doing something right. Although he didn't go to college and didn't even play his senior year, at the end of the day, it's about talent and your skill level. And clearly, if they like his performance and are going to put him on the G League, and you guys see how hard it is to get to the G League, you see someone like Jella who's performed over and over again and is having a ton of trouble to even stay on a squad. You guys know it's tough to really get on one of these teams, and clearly Kyree Walker is doing something right, staying in the gym, has for sure been working on his game because he just signed this deal, which is huge for him. Now, I'm definitely happy that he's made it so far, but I think for sure him taking that senior year off and not going to college affected his draft stock tremendously. Now, of course, if you have the talent at the end of the day, whenever you do get that type of opportunity to play, you're probably going to show out and have a good chance in making a squad, but it definitely does make the entire process a lot harder for you to actually play on a squad and keep that spot. You guys know people who go to college are always in the eye of the media, probably just have a better chance at making it to the NBA than other people who maybe don't play as much and we don't see as much footage. But again, I think the one thing people aren't noticing is his training facility actually had a ton of connections to the NBA. So I think although we didn't see a lot of footage, he was definitely in contacts with coaches and people were watching him play regardless of what it showed on the outside. outside. And you guys know I always talk about his other teammate as well, Marjan Beauchamp, who was going for 40, 50-point games, that actually went to the training facility and then decided to go back to college. And he's actually playing in the G League, so them two will see each other in the G League. But it's always interesting how you can take different routes to get there. But clearly, I don't think this was the best route for Kyree Walker in terms of stock overall, because people really just didn't see him as much as they thought they would. And I think his overall stock just decreased as a result of not going to college. But at the end of the day, he finally made it here, and I think that's what really matters. Now, I even remember after Kyree Walker didn't get drafted, people were saying this dude was going to end up working at McDonald's. And I think that just shows you how crazy the type of criticism he gets as a hooper that other people really in his league, in his category, do not get at all. So I think it really shows, for one, his determination to make it to the next level. He's had honestly obstacle after obstacle to be able to try to make it to the NBA, a ton of things getting in his way, and he's finally able to persist and actually make it out. I think those are the type of attributes that really help you get to the league and keep a spot, because your mental is in the game. You're focused on trying to get to the next level regardless of what happens, and clearly Kyree Walker is about this life, so I think he is going to do an excellent job as long as he continues to develop and work on his game. You guys know that ball handling for sure is something that he needs to improve on. Of course, he can decently shoot the ball, but I think being able to shoot at an NBA level is another thing. But again, we haven't seen his game in a little bit, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see him get on the court. But man, I really wanted to see him play in Summer League, but hey, at least we're going to get at some point in time where he's actually going to be able to go ahead and hoop out here. Of course, there's no problem. I think he's going to do his thing for sure. Now, Kyree Walker even responded to the report that was put out, and he put out a tweet on Twitter stating, "Believe in yourself." And I think those words are really true at this point, because this dude has bet on himself since day one, regardless of the obstacles. So I got to give him respect. But man, I'm still seeing a ton of haters talk about Kyree, which is crazy to me. I think at this point, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt because of how far he's come. Now, people are even stating, oh, because he didn't get drafted, this and that. And there's been a lot of people talking, but you know, at the end of the day, the majority of people that are hating and talking could never make it this far. And even if they hit an obstacle, they probably would give up. So you definitely have to understand and really take things into perspective how tough of a time Kyree Walker has really had to make it to the league. Again, we see other people like Jello, other hoopers who see how hard it is to really make it even to an NBA G League squad. But Kyree being signed off of performance shows he has a ton of talent. Hey, maybe college is not necessarily the way to go with how things were going at the time for him. But even right now, if you're able to just train and go to the league, a lot of other people may end up doing this or really thinking about alternative routes. But of course, they can make money off their name now, so it's tough for people not to go to college. You guys let me know, what do you think about these reports and Kyree Walker finally making it out? For sure, this is some good news. You guys let me know in the comment down below. Man, like the vid if you do like these type of updates. Man, I appreciate each and every one of you. Selling each and them out.